Hey everybody, it's Samantha from Samantha Designs. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm starting out with this 4x4 box. I actually created this on a TikTok live recently. It's a reinforced lid, 110-pound cardstock. Very, very solid. I am using a tutorial by Mixed Up Crafts, and I'm going to put her link down below. But we're going to decorate this box, and we're going to do something I've never done, a napkin fold. So I'm using an 8x8 piece of pattern paper here, and I'm finding the middle on each side. So 4 inches in on each side, and then I'm making a little crosshair, a little plus right in the middle of the pattern paper. This comes in handy when you're doing all the folds, so you can get everything as even as possible. And you know, guys, I don't like measuring, so for me to do this, that's a big deal. Alright, you can get rid of those other marks, and then you're going to start the napkin fold. It's really easy. You're going to fold each side in up into that mark, that little crosshair that you made. Okay, you're going to do this on all 4 sides. So this actually was really simple. I was very impressed that it was so simple because I have never done this. I've never done a lot of origami folding or anything before, and I'm using pattern paper that is actually paper. So this is not very thick at all. I would not suggest you do anything too thick. Now I'm taking each corner and putting that in toward the crosshair, so it's lining up with those marks, that little plus mark I got in the middle. Okay, so far so good. Not hard, right? Can totally do this. Alright, now for the next part, you are going to I'm reinforcing just a little bit so I can do this next part. So you are going to do, this is where it gets maybe a little tricky. You're going to fold it toward the center, and or fold that up, then in that big triangle you're going to fold that back and then make a little square, if that makes sense. You're going to fold it up against itself, line it up, try to keep this as straight as you possibly can. Mixed Up Craft, you know, she is a great teacher, so if my little bit of teaching is not your cup of tea, I would suggest you go see her video. I do this because it's fun, and it's something I'm exploring and I'm sharing with you, so I'm not always sure my teaching skills are great. I'm better at showing you in person probably than anything. Okay, so now you're going to be able to start folding these up into these little squares. Here I'm going to do that one, and then we got to fold this one back. Now we'll see we're getting that 4th square, and we're going to do the same thing again. Fold it on itself. Up. Okay, there we go. I'm trying to keep everything as in the line as I can. Okay, so there. We're going to do that last. Now we got this nice little square, okay? Now the last part is also very super easy. Now you're going to take each one of those little flaps and you're going to fold it back toward the point. So you're going to make a little triangle there. Very, very simple. And when I finish this, I just finished watching Stranger Things. So this looks to me like the Demogorgon when he opens up his little face. If you get the reference, that's cool. If you don't, you're probably going, oh gosh, he's a geek. I really truly am. And then it will pop open a little bit for you as well. Okay, now comes putting it into the box. So I'm going to use a ruler. I use a plastic ruler. I suggest a metal one or something with a metal edge. I did not do that. And then I'm using my little self-healing mat that's underneath. That's really ancient. Can you tell? Because that's really changed colors. And I'm just cutting from point to point and that large square in the middle, creating again more triangles. There's a theme, squares and triangles. Can you tell? Okay, so I'm doing that, and then I am going to fold this back on itself just because when I put it in the box I want it to fold really nice and easily. And I did not do a perfect job, but I'm going to put this in with liquid glue, so that little stray piece is going to look like it, you know, is part of the whole. It's not going to look too bad at all. Okay, so here's my box again, and I'm going to fit each one of those little squares, little triangles down into the box. I'm using my favorite Elmer's Bond craft bond, and I am going to start gluing all of these down. Guys, if you're new to my channel, welcome. I make paper crafting videos. I do a lot of reels, a lot of things on TikTok, a lot of things on Instagram. So I hope you will check all my social media links down below. Hit subscribe, like this, comment. I really do appreciate it. I'm trying to grow this channel, and I've been growing it, and I think it's my reels more than my long videos, and that's cool. That's what I'm better at. So hey, you'll probably see a lot more reels out of me. and I'm actually getting ready to go off on a little bit of adventure, and I'll be working away from home like 2 weeks at a time, so I have a feeling Reels will be the way to go. I'm not probably going to have time to do these longer videos. So thank you for sticking with me if you've made it this far, and oh, I know it's a long video, but it's so cool, and I wanted you to see all what I'm doing and how I'm going to decorate it and how I'm going to make this into a little gift. So, okay, it folds in on itself, and it kind of, like I said, pops up like a Tim and Corey. And then the lid goes right over top of it, and it's nice. It's really cool. But I'm also going to decorate it a little bit. So here's some 2.5 by 2.5 squares. I am only going to need 2 of these because I'm going to decorate only the bigger squares in the pattern of the napkin fold, if that makes sense. You'll see in just a minute. And I'm just putting on the diagonal, slicing them bad boys up. And then I am going to be using some pattern paper. I only needed 2, I did more than I needed. That I'm going to layer on top of it that is in a alternating color, but in the same color scheme family. These are 2.25 by 2.25. I use it from the same paper pad. It's a huge one I've had forever. I do not even know, it's definitely not something you can find anymore. I bought it at Michael's forever ago. So I'm just lining those up, and like I said, I'm going to only decorate those big corners. Now you could do all of the triangles if you wanted to. I decided to keep it simple because I'm more of a keep it simple kind of girl, and I only did the big triangles. Now the other thing I did is I took same 2.5 by 2.5, cut them in half again to make triangles that are bigger, like the size of the black part, and I'm going to put that on the opposite side. It gives it reinforcement. It helps it kind of lock in place, I think, the more layers you have. But also I was thinking that it would be kind of cool to have some color on the opposite side as well. I don't know that it really shows up, and if I had double-sided pattern paper, I would probably use that to do this kind of thing, because then the cuteness factor is going to be on both sides. But I still like the way it turned out. Okay, now that that's all done, you are going to need, of course, strips for the sides of the box and the sides of the lid, the top of the lid, and the inside. So for the outside of the sides of the box, you need 4 pieces that are 3 3/4 by 1 3/4. For the lid, it needs to be 3 3/4 by 3/4 of an inch. And then for the top of the box and the inside, it's going to be 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. Now, the one I put, you know, this is fine. I just used tape runner for all of this until I got to the inside of the box, and then I realized I couldn't get that piece in straight. So you'll see me put it in here, and it's all crooked. Luckily was able to take it out, and then I added wet glue. So for the inside of the box, I would say use wet glue because otherwise it's just not going to work out, or at least it didn't for me. Let me put it that way. You might be much better at that than I am. Okay, so now that we've got everything together, I'm going to do the sides of the box since I've already done the lid, and I'm alternating the different patterns. And now I've got to decorate and put some things in this box because I want this to be a cute little gift. So I'm getting out some die cuts, and I'm going to make some 3 by 3 little cards like you would put with a gift. And I know this is kind of a weird scheme, so if you really want to take this to the next level, and I thought about doing this and then I decided not to, you can make little bags too for the person. They probably wouldn't fit inside the box, but how cute would it be to have the pattern paper and have it in the same color scheme? I just think that would be darling. So to make 3 by 3 cards, of course, you need 3 inches by 6 inches, and then you're going to fold those in half or score them in half and fold them, which is what I did. Okay, so I have 6 of those. I'm making some circles, and I'm making the little tags to go with this because I want to also not only have little cards in this box, but also some little gift tags that somebody can use. So the circles is what I'm going to put the sentiment on, so I get all of that cut out as well. Alright, for the last part, I'm using the sentiment from Alina Crafts. I will try to link that below if I can find it. I really like her stamps. And I also cut out this little bow using this die that you'll see me put on top of the box. And I'm going to stop it here because the rest of it's pretty self-explanatory. Don't do anything hard. I really appreciate your time. I hope you watch this to the end. Again, thumbs up, give me a subscribe, give me a like, give me comments. I really do appreciate it, and I'm trying to grow a community here, and I appreciate your time. I hope you guys have a great day.